Hey everyone, Steve here, and in this video I'm going to be taking a look at what's inside this special Japanese cardboard box. Now, there's not much to it because I've removed all the shipping information, but if you can see here, this is the remnants of what is the Japanese My Nintendo Store logo. It says Endo Or. So this used to say My Nintendo Store. But inside, I have managed to grab one of the Japanese exclusive wireless Mega Drive controllers for Nintendo Switch Online. These are the 6-button Genesis/Mega Drive controllers, and given that I only have a Australian Nintendo Switch Online account, I'm really interested to see how this is going to work with these Nintendo Switch Online Mega Drive games. But first, let's have a look around the box. We have a Mega Drive with the Asian Mega Drive logo up the top left, Sega high quality computer video game, picture of the controller on the front with your 6 buttons, whatever it says down here in Japanese. Looking around the box, a little bit more branding, nice Nintendo logo, and again the Asian Mega Drive logo. Not sure what all of this says, but I'm sure it's pretty self-explanatory in terms of connecting it up. Let's do a little unboxing. Just like that. Cardboard insert. Here we are, again with that kind of Super Nintendo style insert for this cardboard. Nice little legs, almost a little table. And then here we will have the controller itself. And then in the cardboard box, more cardboard inserts. And there's other stuff left inside the box as well. You have your USB cable. And that's about it. I'm just going to deconstruct this, making sure there's nothing hidden inside. Doesn't look like it. Alright, so it's just a controller and the USB cable. Your nice standard Nintendo branded USB-C cable to USB-A. And the controller itself. So it's quite a small 6-button controller, I guess. I'm not sure. Were there different sizes between the American 6-button and the Asian 6-button controllers? We have the start button there. D-pad rocker here, feels nice. Sega logo, XYZ, ABC. I guess this is your receiver area. Up the top we have home, the USB-C port and the capture button, mode button. And then again, just like the Western Genesis controllers, you have Nintendo and Sega in a dual logo lockup setup. Model number HAC046, 5 volts input at 200 milliamps, made in China, designed in Japan. So I'm just gonna get this synced up with my Switch. Okay, so I've got my Switch here. I'm actually not sure how to turn this controller on or if it has any battery. Should have a little bit, right? It's not looking great. All right, let's just try and plug it in. Okay, we did something and it says paired. Oh, there we are. We've got a light on the controller now. Sync to player 1. Gonna press the home button on the top right. I have to get into a actual thing first. I was playing Zelda. This is a D-pad, so it's not gonna work. That's expected. But what happens if we go to Genesis or Mega Drive Online? Now, I'm not actually sure if this is gonna be correct, Let's see what the controller maps it as. Obviously, this is a little funny. I'm using this wireless controller in wired mode. I should be able to check if I have enough battery, actually. Okay, so let's test these controller buttons. A is A, B is B, C is R, X is X, Y is Y, Z is L, and that's it. Got your D-pad, you've got capture, home is going to be home, mode is ZR. Interesting, mode is ZR, and start is plus. Let's see how this behaves with the Genesis games. What happens if I actually unplug it now? Is it going to stay paired? No. Oh, it does. Okay, cool. Awesome. Stays paired when you unplug the controller, obviously. Low battery. Oh, okay, so it's just really low battery. So I'm going to leave it plugged in. Actually, before I jump into any of the games, I'm just going to leave this to charge so we can really test the full wireless experience. Okay, so we're back and I've actually left this charging for about half an hour. And I just wanted to show that it does have a nice little orange charging LED there. Not sure what happens when it's fully charged. Maybe it turns off, maybe it turns green. Who knows, but we'll leave that for now. Turn the Switch back on, hopefully it's still paired. There we are, awesome. Now here's the thing, I'm not actually sure if any of the games here on this Australian Nintendo Switch Online Sega thing need 6 buttons, like at all. I have got a save in Castlevania Bloodlines, so, there we are. The mode button acts as if you can access this mode, which is good. So I guess that was ZR or something. Anyways, let's load up my save slot. Okay, so I've got whip, jump, and the special weapon, and then these do nothing as expected because there aren't any more buttons for that. Feels good. Ah! Oh god. Alright, let's say I'm done with this game. All I need to do is press the home button. Back to game selection. Let's have a bit of Sonic 2. Jump right into it. Waste no time. Spin dash. Jumping with A. Jumping with B. Jumping with C. Is jumping all you do in this game? Whoa, okay. Do you guys see that it knows that this is the Japanese one? That's pretty cool. Check that out. Very interesting. It must be like, you've got your hands on one of these, eh? So that's actually intriguing me that it knows that I have the 6-button one, even though this wasn't meant to be released in the West, at least for now. So I brought out my one from the actual Australian Nintendo eShop, and let's just see what that looks like, because I haven't really tested it too much. Okay, so I've paired this controller now with the Switch. Now let's see what the actual buttons. See, look, so it's got the graphic now. So even if this is the Australian Nintendo Switch Online experience or expansion pack or whatever, it knows whether or not you're using one of the Asian or Western ones. So that's really interesting. 2 controllers are connected. What happens if I press this? No, this isn't player 1. This is now player 2, and this is player 1. But I'm going to turn this controller off because I just wanted to see if it matched up with what controller you were using, and it turns out, yes, it does. But anyways, I'll be back on this controller now. Okay, so the controller clearly works fine with the Sega Mega Drive Online experience, given that those only need 3 buttons, but I'm interested to see what'll happen if I try it out with the Mega Drive Classics collection. So previously I made a video about using the Retrobit wired Genesis controllers, although I'm sure the wireless controller is the same experience. But yeah, using those Retrobit controllers on the Switch, which they work with natively, and trying to get a nice experience. But it didn't really work because these buttons would be doing like rewinding and stuff like that. So unless you could be bothered doing a bit of button mapping and reworking, there were some issues that you could run into. And I don't really know how this is going to fare. I don't really have any predictions on that, but I guess we'll see. So to see if the controller is going to make the most of this, I'm actually going to load up Comix Zone, because there's a very clear indication on whether or not the buttons will be mapped properly, because you have your 3 item slots here at the top row, and then you've got block, jump, and there. Okay, so we can clearly see, the controls are going to work, but they are a bit all over the place, because these 3 should be your main attacks, and these 3 are your item slots, but you can kind of see that they're all messed up. But now, at least, the mode button does the rewind, which is awesome. Unless it's doing a fast forward. Oh, it is doing fast forward. Anyways, oh shit. So yeah, these controls aren't great because I shouldn't be using Y to punch, but whatever. Anyways, that's enough to let us know that outside of the Nintendo Switch Online experience, this controller just acts as a normal, wireless Bluetooth controller. So you're gonna have to map the buttons to your liking or to what's required. Just loaded up the Nintendo Switch Online experience again for a nice background, but that'll do it for this video. Just a quick look at the Japanese 6-button wireless controller. Am I taking a lot of screenshots? It seems like I am accidentally. But anyways, yeah, this is a relatively small controller that has all the 6 buttons that you would need for the Japanese region Nintendo Switch Online experience. It does work with the Western one, but it doesn't look like the buttons are all utilized, at least for now. Who knows if they'll release this kind of controller in the Western regions, although I've read online that the one in the Western regions is actually bigger than this. I don't remember that off the top of my head, but it seems correct because this is quite small. But yeah, that'll do it for now. Just a quick unboxing. Thanks for watching. Any questions, leave a comment down below and I'll answer as much as I can. If you enjoyed the video, it'd be great if you could like it. And if you're not already, it would be great to have you as a subscriber to my channel, and be sure to check out the other stuff there because there's a lot to see. Thanks again. See ya.